How has everyone been? You been well? It's been a crazy world we live in at the moment, and I hope everyone is doing okay. I'm here with my next challenge, and it's the colour changing Jynx from Generation 1. I'll lay it out there, I was never a fan of Jynx. I thought it was a rubbish Pokemon, rubbish typing, and looked a bit dodgy. Now before we go into why I'm picking it for this challenge, let me just talk about some drop bears. Do you live in Australia? Do you want to get your hands on G Fuel, but you don't want to pay those high costs from America, or face the potential danger going outside from drop bears? Well, let Gamer Fuel solve that problem. They're Australia's #1 distributor of G Fuel across the country, and if you go to their website today and use the code HBT, you get 10% off their order, which is fantastic. I'm using myself, and I want everyone to get on it too. You can find the link in the description below. And remember, stay safe and look out for those drop bears. Now throughout my challenges I have consistently called Jynx Mrs Popo, and it is simply because of this scene.
What?
Mr Popo, are you torturing a cat?
Oh, come on, Commie. I don't torture cats. Jynx! Jynx! Bitch, shut up!
I love Mr Popo. He is possibly one of the greatest anime characters ever. Yes, I consider the Dragon Ball Z abridged characters as their own separate entities. I always did think though, would Jynx be any good for this challenge? I thought it would be good in red and blue, but then to make it a little bit better, I decided to go on Firered first. I probably will go back to red and blue, but let's just get through the backlog first. Jynx is probably in a good position in the early generations, as dark Pokemon were just so rubbish, and it has access to Lovely Kiss from the start, which is great. Like many Psychic types, it can learn Calm Mind and Psychic, which means it has the tools to do this challenge. The rules, well, I'm just trying to do this as minimum battles if I can. I was gutted Palika couldn't do this, stupid Gardenia, I hope those garden shears are stuck well up your arse. I start Mrs Popo going against Charmander. Now look at those moves to start with. I use Lovely Kiss straight away, and the bastard is kept asleep, and I can just pound on it and cheat on Mr Popo straight away from the off and easily get the win. Now this is a minimum battles run, well I want to see if I can do this at the lowest level. If I did this on red and blue, Jynx would breeze this. Well, I think it would. The first battle is against Brock. Now remember when the mighty Mewtwo couldn't win first time around? I put the Geodude to sleep and used Powder Snow and wow, okay, 2 hits and that's 1 gone. And the Onix slides in and uses Rock Tomb. Oh, crap. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's instant death if that hits. Now if you don't know, I hate fucking Rock Tomb. I try again and go for the snow and get tackled. Well, I may as well, as it all comes down to the Onix using Rock Tomb. I try and put it to sleep. Oh, come on. 3rd time round, 4th, there we go, it misses Rock Tomb and asleep it goes. Powder Snow does half and it doesn't wake up and down it goes. This was simply going to be how it worked. The Rock Snake hits Rock Tomb, it wins. If it misses Rock Tomb, I win. I take on Moist for the 2nd time. Oh yeah, I called the rival Moist, I forgot to go through that. Mrs Popo puts the fat bird asleep and starts throwing the snow, and you can see that the fat bird is trying to use quick attack on me. He then withdrew the fat bird into Charmander, so I put that asleep and start doing Mega Punch, which does absolutely nothing. I have to put the Charmander to sleep again because it has Metal Claw, but then it wakes up again and embers me. The dick. I try once more and the same thing happens. Oh god, Mega Punch is doing absolutely nothing at all. My attack is so poo, but that critical helps. I risk it and go for the kill after it wakes up and removes it, but then the fat bird also wakes up and finishes me. Just stay fucking asleep, goddammit. This took a lot of attempts, and more than you would think. It was just because Mega Punch was so poo and not doing enough damage. If I had a Psychic move, I would easily clear house, but I suppose I've got more than enough to deal with in most situations, so I should just stop moaning. At the same time, I am writing this script after a 6-day week, and I'm on the wine, so I have no idea how coherent this is going to be. Finally, I kill that fat bird with no interruptions, and the Charmander does me a favour and stays asleep, but it did take a lot of attempts. The Rattata is easy to clear up, and Abra is, well, it's Abra, so I easily won. Misty, oh Misty, is the next on the agenda. Now, this is the same problem as Moist, as I have to rely on Mega Punch, but it's not like Moist because my levels are a lot higher thanks to the trip to Bill. Staryu is first, so I put that to sleep, and 2 Mega Punches see it off. I try to put the Starmie to sleep, but I miss, twice, and then get hit with a critical Swift. Look, I can win this, I know I can. 2nd time, I do get the Starmie asleep and with little health left, but now I use Lick. Oh god, that does fucking nothing. Okay, Mega Punch, still nothing, and yeah, fuck this, I can't be bothered. At last it goes to sleep 1st time, now just stay asleep while I punch you in the face continually. Misty then uses a potion to send it back to full health. Oh, come on. I get a critical which nearly nets the win, then it wakes up and clears me up. I think, you know what, I can't be arsed with this shit, and went after Moist to cheer me up. The big fat bird went down in 1 snow. The Charmeleon was put to sleep and started to receive punches. It wakes up straight away and goes for Metal Claw and it does a chunk. I missed the chance to put it to sleep and down I go. Why oh why does this game not like me? I try again, the Charmeleon plays nice to go down, but then the Raticate decides like it wants to be a wanker as well. After I get the rat to sleep, I pour the snow and get a critical hit. Finally it's the Kadabra, and I start punching just because of its terrible defences, and I top off the win with a bit of snow. God, I want to make a joke about the powder snow being a highly legal substance, but I think YouTube gods will be very displeased if I do that. Probably even more than if I start saying fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuck, fuck. With this done, I went back to Misty and that Starmie. Come on, you chocolate starfish. I get it to sleep first and get back to punching. I get it to sleep with low health, but I figure that powder snow it just does as much damage and it's 100% accurate. The Starmie stays asleep for me to kill it. Now it's time to destroy this game. I knew when they were gone, I can make this game my bitch. I took on Surge and Voltorb does not like the snow and goes down to a critical. The Rat also doesn't like the snow and goes down in 1. Finally, it's the sexy Raichu, and there we go, it's frozen! Oh, Surge, you tease using a full heal, but it doesn't matter as I'm free to finish it off. So we have some time, and before anything else happens, what should we talk about? I'm watching some good old Royal Rumbles at the moment, it's great, and I've moved on to whiskey. The Queen does not like the wrestling, she said it's just fat men pretending to fight, and I don't see what the problem is. Jeez, I just eat some toast at the moment. How does everyone eat their toast? Mine is barely even crunchy, like you just hear a tiny little crunch. Psst, sorry Mr. Popo, I will continue with the video. Before we do anything else, I go get Psychic because of course I'm going to get Psychic. I go after my secret lover Erica and this is going to be a breeze. Mrs Popo hits Victreebel with a Psychic which is a critical and bye bye. Next is Tangler and the snow is able to finish it off. Finally it's Vileplume and I get another critical Psychic to clear it in 1. See what I mean? The game's going to be a little bit easier for a while. Now it's time for Geomate. I use Powder Snow on the Rock Snakes to say bye bye. Kangaskhan does take a Psychic but it can't take a second, and Rhyhorn is useless and also falls in 1. I head to the graveyard to fight with Moist again, and we all know that Fat Bird goes down in 1 snow. The Gyarados is put to sleep and I kill it with Psychic. I hit the Charmeleon and kill that in 1 as well. The Execute falls in the sprinkle of snow and the Kadabra shares the same fate. I did click on them, my level is way higher than my Moist friend, so that may played a huge part. I do all the stuff I need to with the Safari Zone and get all the HMs and all that jazz and go face Koga. Now does anyone think this fella is going to be any sort of problem? If you answered S, you may be like this guy.
I'm so f***ing high right now.
However, for the sake of clarity, I will show the match, and with no flute this time. I respect everyone's ears. I use Psychic on the Coughing and down it goes. I use Psychic on the Muck, and he cheats using Minimize and Potions. I don't like cheaters and I do get rid of it, but not without taking a heavy sludge first. The second Coughing goes down in 1, and finally it is Wheezing, and thankfully it doesn't survive a Psychic. I think had it done so, I would have lost this match and probably any credibility I actually have. I go full speed to the Sylph Company to get the remaining bit of story out the way and make my way to Moist. The big fat bird is put to sleep for safety and then the snow starts falling. Before falling it does get a hit on me. The water snake is first and I put it to sleep and a critical Psychic does the trick. Charizard is also put to sleep but it needs 2 Psychics to fall. The Execute survives the powder and then puts me to sleep, the cheeky bastard. Thankfully it can't do bugger all and I wake up and kill it. Finally it's Alakazam and now I have Ice Punch, it takes 2 to make it go bye bye. By winning this fight I go see Geo for the second time. He starts with Nidorino which goes down in 1 Psychic, second is Rhyhorn who we've said is useless and down it goes. The Kangaskhan does do a chunk to me but falls to 2 Psychics. Finally it's Nidoqueen and it survives a Psychic, but because it uses Poison Sting I survive. If it used anything else I probably would have gone down. I take on my Psychic rival Sabrina and I reckon I'm going to clear up pretty easily. She starts with Kadabra who falls to an Ice Punch. Venomoth is a joke and I forget that it's not a flying type. Whoops. Either way it dies. Mr. Shit, oh Mr. Shit, wants to start using Calm Mind, so I punch in the face. Sabrina uses a full heal, leaving Mr. Shit to go down. Finally it's Alakazam and it can't hurt Mrs Popo and 2 Ice Punches to get me the 6th badge. I meet my good friend Blaine, and this could be a pain due to the typing. Ooh, it was rhyming a little bit there. I put the Growlithe to sleep and use my newly acquired Calm Mind. With a boost in hand, Psychic wipes out the Fire Doggy in 1. It's also enough to take out the Ponyta. I also have the speed to beat the Rapidash the punch to wipe it out. The final beast is Arcanine, and I'm faster than it, and I'm able to take it out on 1 as well. Now I think if I didn't get the Calm Mind set up, this would not have been happening. Although say this, I have the speed, so it probably would have been okay. Well, I should go meet our friend Geo for the last time, and I knew this was going to be a joke. Come on, you know it's going to be. I don't lie to my fans. Here we go, Rhyhorn is first and a Powder Snow gets rid of it in 1 shot. The second Rhyhorn goes down the same way. Dugtrio, well, that doesn't like the snow either. Nidoqueen walks into a Psychic and down it goes. Finally it's the beautiful Nidoking and it goes down in 1 as well. Look, we always knew this was going to happen. Now the serious battles with Moist up first. I go for the big fat fucking bird and put it to sleep and use a calm mind. With that done, Psychic makes it say bye-bye. The Rhyhorn, well, we just saw this one, didn't we? The Charizard is faster and hits me with Flamethrower, and I barely hold on. I use Psychic and it doesn't die. Wow. Okay, so I lose. Shit. I try again and I use Calm Mind. Twice. Aren't I smart? I get to the Charizard again and get hit with Flamethrower and survive with 1 HP, but this time I can finish it off with Psychic. The Execute is able to fall in 1 snow. Gyarados just needs to go down, and thankfully it does. Finally, it is Alakazam, and the speed means it wins. Oh, so close. So we all know what we need to do. I just need to get 2 Calm Minds against the Pidgeot without suffering any damage at all. But before I keep trying, I go get leftovers. Yes, this isn't a legendary run, so I can use items to help me. I get to the Alakazam with 42 HP, and it's enough. Well, when it does use Disable, that helps, and Psychic does bugger all, so I can finish it off. 5 battles left to go, and I'm hoping I can get this done with ease. I am going to be able to do this with what I have, I imagine. Lorelei is first, and it's Ice v Ice. I face the Dugong, and I start using Calm Mind while Surf does bugger all. This sets me up to finish it off in 1. With Lapras, I can put it to sleep and then do so much damage with Psychic. Lorelei uses a potion which opens it up to be finished off with Psychics. Next is Cloyster, and the leftovers is helping me get my health back. And I attack the Cloyster and remove it in 1. I get the Slowbro asleep, and the Powder Snow does absolutely nothing. But then I fall asleep for a bit, and then I put her to sleep again. I have to use the Snow to kill it as I'm out of Psychics. Finally is the Jynx, and I use the Snow, and I know I'm going to be able to win this one, and I do win with a critical hit. Bruno is a joke, but we all know against Jynx this is always going to be the case. He probably pooed rocks the moment that Mrs Popo hit the floor. I put the Onix to sleep, used a Calm Mind, and had fun with Powder Snow to send it to its doom. The Hitmonchan went down in 1 Psychic, the second Onix fell like the first, the matchup looked tough but couldn't take any of my strong minds, and the Hitmonlee also fell in 1. But can anyone see where the problem's going to be? Yes, I have 1 Elixir. 1! With 3 members of the Elite Four to go. Why do I always do this? Like, I know where they are and I just forget to get them, you stupid boy. Agatha is the next one to face, and this is going to be a problem due to her ghost. Well, let's be honest, her Gengars. I'm faster than the first Gengar, so I can put it to sleep and use Calm Mind. 1 Psychic is able to see it off. The Golbat is faster and can use Confuse Ray just to piss me off. Actually, it looks like it's a speed tie, and that speed tie makes it very difficult because it can poison me and leave me on near death before it fell. The Arbok isn't a threat and falls in 1. And the second Gengar, well, I didn't even get a go because of the poison. When I do get to the second Gengar again, it's faster, and a Shadow Ball takes me out of 1. Now here's where I get silly. I start using Calm Minds to max out my attack and defense, but it's not enough. Why? Because ghost moves are physical, aren't they? Fucking Generation 3. Do you know how much time I wasted on this? A lot. Like, too much. Like, I was tearing out what little hair I had left. Then I thought, screw it, I need elixirs, so I'm doing the Elite Four again. There was no way I could do the rest of Elite Four with the PP I had. This was also another problem in front of me, the Gengar. How the hell do I beat that? I was slower than it, and it will smash me with 1 Shadow Ball. So I had to think how the fuck I was going to win this without leveling up. Then it hit me. Quick Claw. When the crap did I use that item last? I really can't remember. But I went and got it, and now with the elixirs I started the adventure again. I flew through the field to get back to the Agatha, and that was a case of the Quick Claw working on the second Gengar. After a few attempts, boom! Suck it Gengar, and down it goes. It leaves the Haunter remaining, and that's the end of that. Only 2 more to go, and I was hoping I could breeze through it now. I really think I'm going to Smash Lance because of ice. I do the usual against the Water Snake, use 2 Calm Minds and smash it with a Psychic. The Aerodactyl was faster than me, and then a 1 Ancient Power. For fuck's sake, not again. Looks like I'm going to have to do some Quick Claw nonsense again. It doesn't take too long, and as I get a hit in, it's over. Lance sends out his big boy, but I don't know why he bothers, and the 2 Dragonairs mean nothing to me. The last challenge is here, and it's our friend, the Moist one, and we all know how this is going to work. I put the Pidgeot to sleep, use 1 Calm Mind, but a Powder Snow is not able to finish it, which is very rude, and it wakes up. I know a potion's coming, so I use Calm Mind again, and then use the Snow to clear it up. I faced the Raiden, and it was always going down in 1. The Water Snake comes in, and I need to outspeed it, and I went for Psychic, but it wasn't enough, and I fall. Okay, so I'm just going to need more power. I try once again, this time I get all my Calm Mind boosts in before getting to the Gyarados, and it was always going down. The Charizard tries an Aerial Ace, but it can't kill me before falling. Alakazam has to be hit hard, but it goes for a Future Sight, and the Snow nearly does the damage in 1. I take the stupid looking thing out next turn. Finally it's Executor, and I calmly click Powder Snow to say bye bye and win the challenge at minimum battles as well. Result, Mrs Popo has done very well. I always love it when I finish this game in minimum battles. And I really did enjoy this, and it's really changed my opinion of Jynx. Note to everyone, this will not happen with Chikorita. That thing can eat a dick. Next up, I'm probably going to go down with the quality of gameplay, and I'm going to throw Grimer into the mix for red and blue and see how I do. Until then, I have been HBT, and this has been the amazing Mrs Popo. Bye bye.